thing I knew that next day, everything just shifted. Everything just started to make sense. And the number one thing I recognized is that where I came from, I was so sure about my religion and my spirituality, but I was not accepting people for how different that they were. And the minute that I opened an astrology book, universal love came through me. And as a little girl, I remember asking my mother in the car on my way to church questions about the Bible and all of these things, and she was like, you know, and I asked her about the divisions of the church, and she was like, you know, never really a short answer, but I knew even as a child that everything was connected. So when I came across astrology, that was my goal again, to discover how it is that everything is connected. So yeah, it's so interesting that a 9-year is a year of combativeness and universal love, because that's exactly what it feels like. When I walk up to somebody and I'm like, I want to show you your stars, and they're like, oh no, I believe in the Bible. Like, is this what you believe in? And I'm like, well, just come closer to me. Like, come and love me. Come, let's connect. Let's talk about what it is that we believe in and what we don't believe in. But let's sit and let's actually have a conversation. And that is so difficult sometimes, because universal love is true transcendence and understanding that we're connected. Despite where we come from, how different we think we are, we're not. We're all the same thing, having different experiences, just to come back to the same final conclusion that we're connected, So I came out of the church, strong Christian home, strong Christian family, and it was difficult. It has been difficult for me to combine my beliefs with the past, but I'm here and I started my first journey of manifesting this. Astrology changed my life because it just showed me the keys to everything that I was looking for when I felt like I was different than everyone else. And you are different. You do have your own special gifts. But it was these beliefs and these philosophies and these very analytical concepts that were really putting everything away from each other. And so what I did was I took the Bible and I worked, this is off of the work of Sister Zodiacus L. And I took her work off of the book of Job and I applied it to astrology and created my own workbook in order to unlock the cycles in which King Simon was saying about your reputation period, right? So the biggest thing about belief systems and modalities is that it's all outside of you until you understand how to apply it to self, right? Until it starts to actually be like, okay, well, my sun is here, my moon is here, my numbers are this, but what about, what do I do with that information, right? What do I do to actually improve my life? So this is what I wanted to do with this book that I just, well, workbook actually. It's a collection of the information from King Simon, Lloyd Strayhorn, that I've learned, and Sister Zodiacus L, and putting together the book of Job, because the book of Job is about a man who suffered. And he constantly looked at his adversary, or as you would call Satan, and you know, really blamed everything on that, right? Now, like what I was saying is that that concept of universal love is that when we understand that we're connected, even our own adversaries, even our enemies, are us. We're manifested them. They are our shadows of ourselves that we probably neglect or say, okay, well, this is, you know, not me. So it's manifesting somebody else, but that's not me, right? And we don't really have the higher understanding of love to understand that we are them, and these shadows and these concepts of demons are us. So in this work, what I've put together is the 6th house, combining it with the house of Bethlehem. The 6th house has a lot to do with the work that you have come to do in your everyday life. And this is also where your coworkers are, and this is your job. And so the book of Job is all connected to this. And when you study the book of Job from the concepts of etymology and looking at the origins of the words, looking at the number vibrations of the words, you will understand even more of the inner workings of the message of that. And so through my workbook, I show you through etymology and working together, but I wanted to read to you one part that really just stood out for me, because I'm doing the work too. I'm not here to tell you, oh, I have the answer. I'm not going to give you a lecture on what you're supposed to know. I have a workbook to say, look, I'm doing the work. I'm here in this physical vessel. I am not perfect, and I'm just here, like, just alongside of you. So we're going to talk about religion. And what is religion? Religion originates from the Latin word religio, meaning a reverence to the gods. What is a reverence? It's a deep respect for someone and something, and with that action, it would be a way that you conduct your life and participate in an activity of admiration, appreciation, and honor towards something or someone. Well, what if our religion was the act of appreciation and participating in an activity that was in admiration of ourselves? And understanding that the activity and the things that we repeat every day is in order to improve our own lives, right? So if my religion every day was to honor astrology, then of course, yeah, it's a body of work and scientific understanding and mathematics, but what if my work every day was to honor myself through astrology or through the Bible? That's how we can put them both together, is really what I started to come together with, right? So religion is tied to you working with your monastic views, and this word is related to, the state of life bound by monastic views and vows, excuse me. And what is the word monastic? It has a lot to do with the word monk. It's from the Greek word monastikos, meaning solitary or living alone, from the Greek word monazine. In order to be monastic, you would need to be alone and in your solitary place. Mono, monos, monad, moon, demon. This is all about really what's in the inside of you in your solitude, when you're by yourself, when you're in the dark. And when you look at astrology and the Bible, a lot of it is talking about the sun. And how the sun rises, right, and goes through certain, well, actually we turn and the sun appears to rise, but this is how our ancestors viewed the world, and this is how they interpreted it through different divinations. So what we're really here is to understand, when is it that we shine, and what does it that look like, and then what does it look like when we're in the night? What does it look like when we're in the dark and when we're by ourselves? So what I discovered through studying the book of Job and still working on it is that by being by yourself and doing the work, which is doing the planning and understanding self and understanding your shadows, then you can actually manifest and improve your life beyond what you have even been capable of understanding. So like King Simon was talking about your reputation period, I actually have that in here, and if you want to come and take a look at my draft by the table, this is really important. The reputation period, not only is it something to understand, but it's something to do. This is a part of the work that you do every day, is to calculate when is your cycle 1 of your sun reputation period? When is your cycle 2 of your moon journey cycle? What is your cycle 3 of your Mars energy cycle? So we can have a person come up and show you and tell you what to do, but the book of Job in your 6th house is about the work that you do. And it's about you studying your stars, right? Or your palm, which is connected to the stars, or how the stars connect to your chakras, right? It's about the work that you're going to have to do, so that whatever you want to manifest in this life is actually manifested in the time and the cycle that it correlates to. And that's why I call myself a cycle breaker, and I work with cycles and times, and my name is Krena. And why I study my name and why I study myself is because when I study myself, I understand what it is that I have come to do here individually, only to show everyone that we are all connected. So I thank you so much for your time. I just wanted to present to you my thoughts and the work that I've journeyed on doing, as I've really been in my own little solitary place for the past 6 years, and I just came out a year ago saying, all right, I'm an astrologer, but what does that even mean? To me, it means that I'm still doing the work, and now I'm just out publicly showing you how to actually apply it to your life. right? Because science is all about the same, you know, the similarities and the outcomes of what happens, but what makes everything about what we do really interesting is that it's science, but then it's beyond science. That's why it's called metaphysics, because your sovereignty and what you want is a part of what is applied to the science, and that's why you can have people born on the same day and have similarities but have different outcomes. Because your sovereignty is also an important part of the work that happens along with the energies that you've been born in and that the calling that you've come to do. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me.
She's doing a great job. She's another number 22. You know that. These 22s are all in the building. All these master buildings. It's like 416, so we got enough time. We got a little time here. First and foremost, I want to give a round of applause to the owner, Monique Benjamin. Give her a round of applause. Yeah, she got a baby with her and everything. Yeah. Keep it in the business. Keep it in the family. You know, more than likely, if you want to do any events here, you're more likely to talk to her. If you are an entrepreneur like that, you want to do and produce any events, she is always open. And like I said, we will be moving into the Bedford-Stuyvesant, what's it called, Bedford Heights? What is it called now? Bedford-Stuyvesant Heights, what they call it. It's going to be a new TV show in a minute, believe me. Believe me, it's going to be a whole new television show coming out of that. But that's where we're heading up to soon, and I'm just happy to be here. Like I said, after knowing her father for so many years, as a young man myself, selling oils and incense on the streets of New York, as a Muslim back in my day, I know the importance of supporting black-owned businesses, supporting our business as much as we can. I actually ride. Matter of fact, as I was leaving here yesterday, my bike went flat. So what I decided to do is actually walk into the train station, took it straight to a black-owned bicycle owner, because he's the only black-owned bicycle owner on that strip, and I want to see him in business. I want to keep him in business. So I don't care where, and I live in Canarsie. I've done walks with the bicycle to take it straight to him, or to Dixon over here on 9th and 9th Avenue in Union. I got to support them because these people have been doing it for a long time.
Is it in 7th and Union?
Yes, 7th and Union, yes. That's Dixon. They've been around for years.